We have reached the finale, Cold Nights, Frontiers, featuring Holofront, Tyler Tate.
Swallowed into the ground.
Fuck! Oh, some Aviana vibes!
Brothers and fell to collapse with the thought of your past. Brothers and fell to shame. Everything turned to ashes. Betrayal is all you feel when everything you knew disappeared right from your end. This is where the cold nights slowly begun. Am I afraid of who I used to be? Listen, emotions
Love that harmony.
your bridge is down. I feel at war with my own empathy. Lost sins I cut to me. Swallowed into the ground. Invisible to everyone around. The one to see me face down on the ground again.
Yeah!
Like this. Until the break of dawn. When every time that's wrong. I couldn't make it out alive. Felt so dragged down in this darkness. Everything that I tried just fell apart. Am I afraid of who I used to be? Listen, emotions burn your bridges down. I feel at war with my own empathy. Lost sins I cut to me. Swallowed into the ground. Until the ashes sky. We can hear each one, but I know we'll die. Am I afraid of who I used to be? My shadow taunting me. Burning your bridges down.
Oh, you already know we're not done. You already know.
Does it feel to collapse at the thought of your past? How does it feel when everything turns to ashes? Betrayal is all you feel when everything you knew disappeared right from your end. This is where the collide begins. I'm watching you. You're standing over your shoulder.
It's going, boys. It's going.
Where do believers win? When it does work.
Oh,
Bother me to never figure
we're gonna end it on a chorus.
it won't bother me to never figure it out.
Oh, I guess we're not. Really good album. I'm impressed with this album. Very unique take on metalcore, this band. I said it from the start when I heard Au revoir and Run, that they're different. This band is different compared to any other modern metalcore band out there. They're just doing something fucking completely different from the other ones. And there's a lot of good metalcore bands out there, right? But these guys are very supportive of their fans and supportive of my channel too. They shared my stuff several times. So shout out goes to Frontiers. Glenn, thank you for putting this in, man. I love the chorus in that. That was a great chorus in that last song. But let's jump into this review. The pause moment for this album is going to go to this. I wasn't expecting this at all. Just the fact that it's a whole metalcore album, and then they have that like interlude of just trance and electronicore is just wowed. I love that track. Black Wave is a fucking banger, dude. Probably one of the best tracks on this album, in my opinion. I think it's amazing. It's great. Let's get to my pause picks. Number 1 for me, as an industrialist and a cyber fan, and now an EDM fan, Vague Noir. I fucking love this track. I love the trance. I love just how dark and tech noir it sounds. It's fucking awesome. It's great. It's a great fucking track, and it definitely deserved to be on this album. I'm curious what these guys would sound like if they went trance or electronic core and got rid of the metalcore. That would be interesting. But yeah, awesome. My second favorite, I think, is gonna have to go to Absorb. I love this track. This was such a great opener. I love the chorus in this. It's just so brutal. I love the electronic gore going underneath the chorus, and it's such a good fucking track. It's definitely probably my second favorite on this album. My third favorite is First in Line. I love the chorus on this. There's just something about this chorus that I just love. Yeah, fucking killer track. I love this track. The chorus and just the breakdowns, just, I don't know. It's so genty. I love gent. So just hearing that like Alpha Wolf vibe with that beautiful chorus in there, that's wild. That's a great fucking track. The album MVP. All right, so we looked it over. It's a double one, man. It's a double one. I got to give it to both y'all. Frederick Stankunas and Samuel David Bellinger are fucking ridiculous on guitars, dude. Like, I haven't heard this good guitar playing since I heard Alpha Wolf, a Quiet Place to Die. And that was, I think, 2 years ago. Dude, I don't know, man. Dude, the fucking guitar in this album is just brutal. I love just how many technical aspect of gent that you guys introduced into this, and all the fucking sound effects you guys used with the guitars and everything. I don't know. It just really, you're cooking on the guitars, dude. It cooks, as the kids say nowadays. It cooks. It fucking cooks. It fucking Ohio Sigma. There you go. Sorry. I ain't gonna fucking say that shit. Anyways, both y'all are getting it for sure. Absolutely fucking killer guitar work. Similarities. All right, this is where it's gonna get a little bit hard. I think one of the biggest similarities to this band is Alpha Wolf. Yeah. A lot of the Alpha Wolf guitars remind me of this band. It's a different tuning, right? But still, it really reminds me of Alpha Wolf. And even the screams from Loki, or Loki, I don't know how you say his name, I'm pretty sure it's Loki, reminds me of this band. And I love that they brought him actually in this album, which is really cool. Too bad it wasn't a really standout track for me, at least. Number 2, I think I'm gonna have to give us to Aviana. Aviana really adds that ambient, gent, and metalcore aspects, especially with the breakdowns, just breakdowns upon breakdowns, and he has the nice choruses. Joel has always been one of the best metalcore vocalists that I think I've ever heard. Whenever I first entered the military, I discovered Joel's band Aviana, and Heavy Fever was the first track I've ever heard. And I fell in love with that fucking album, dude. Epicenter is fucking amazing. And it's sad that he lost every single member, but at the same time, he's still killing it. So, yeah, we're going to have to give it to Aviana. Number 3, Era. A lot of the technical gent metalcore aspect of Era, especially in the Act 2, really brought off that like old school Era vibe. Like this. Yeah, really reminiscent to Era. They don't have the singing of Era, because Jesse's a fucking animal when it comes to highs, in his Ghost Atlas project and in Era, of course. But very reminiscent of the Era. Number 4, the Browning. Yeah, a lot of electronic core really brings off that aspect of the Browning. And the first Browning album that we checked out, I think it was called Isolation, and then we checked out their recent one, which was well, it wasn't really their recent, but like the one before their recent one, which was End of Existence. I fucking love that album too, but they're very reminiscent to them. The screams are kind of reminiscent to Johnny's screams in the Browning, but not really as much as the electronic core aspect. I think my final one that I'm going to give this to is going to be Levels. Yeah, Levels really has that genty metalcore and like ambient, and they even have that like electronic core kind of vibe. I'll let you listen to this track, which is Chauvinist. And then Aeon is also very similar to this band's sound, and especially in this album. We'll listen to a little bit of these. So Chauvinist. We got Aeon. Yeah, the breakdowns are very reminiscent to this band. Very reminiscent to this band. So I'm definitely going to have to give it to them for sure. Subgenre for this. Dude, this album, bro, La Trilogie is very metalcore. And yeah, I do agree. It's very metalcore. Especially with the singing and the screaming and everything like that. All in between. It screams metalcore. Number 2, electronic. It's a very electronic album. EDM, I guess. Not really. It's more of a trance electronic album. Especially when you got tracks like this. The tech-noir aspect of Black Wave. And then you have Absorb. That's more electronic trance. Very cool aspect of this album. I think that more bands really need to introduce. I believe that what's the name of that Spanish band with the 2 females in it? It's got the female drummer and the female singer. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. It's not Novelist. Encore. It reminds me kind of like the Encore kind of like electronic vibe that they add to their music as well. But yeah, electronic is the second. Number 3, fucking gent, dude. This is genty. It's a very genty album, and yeah, I was really happy that Glenn gave me a gent album because I fucking love gent. Very technical too, so we'll give that to technical, especially the guitarist. Even the drums are very technical, so we'll give it to technical. And I think the final one is gonna be, I already gave it the electronic, so it's like trance electronic, kind of all together. It's very ambient. It's an ambient album. It's got a lot of the effects in it, especially Absorb. It has like a choir. You can barely hear it. That's cool. I like that. Very cool to add like a subtle choir in that chorus. What a fucking track that is. That's a great fucking opener for this album too. Those are my 5. The implication. All right, let's take a look at it. It's showing 3. I'm guessing this is the same guy. I'm guessing that this is supposed to be a 3-part album. Act 1, Act 2, Act 3. Act 1 kind of looks like he's like just kind of like in the middle of like the city and just trying to like find his way through. And then Act 2 is after the city's like burned down. It's like during the apocalypse after the fucking nuclear bomb hits. And then Act 3 is after the nuclear bomb hits. So it's the aftermath. That's what I'm kind of seeing. And you see a missile in the air right here. You can barely see it, but it's there. But in the center, you can see like a mushroom cloud. Or it looks like a planet's kind of like hitting Earth or something like that. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But I think this is kind of like getting like... It's a concept story, I think. I think this is an album as a concept story. But that's the most I can give you. Now let's look it up. La Trilogie is Frontières' debut full-length metalcore album built from a series of 3 EPs and centered around intense emotional expression, blending aggressive and melodic elements to explore themes like memory, inner turmoil, existential reflection, and the struggle to make sense of one's place in a chaotic world. It's not a literal narrative story, perhaps, with characters, but an emotional arc that moves through heaviness, reflection, and catharsis, capturing human tension between pain and hope. Interesting. I never would have guessed that. So I kind of failed on that, didn't I? I tried my best. Whatever. Alright. My rating. It's a good fucking album. Very disappointed in Mirage, and I'm very disappointed in True Colors. Those 2 tracks really didn't have what it takes, in my personal opinion. I'm going to have to give this album a decent rating of an 8.75 out of 10. It's decent. For a first time listen for me, that's a decent rating. That's a silver medal. It's not a gold. It's almost a gold, but it's not quite there. Glenn, thank you for putting this through. If this is your first time watching the channel, then click the like button, click the share button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you want to hear more metalcore albums, EDM albums, electronic albums, cyber albums, industrial albums, gent albums, you're not going to be disappointed if you click that subscribe button, because we do every single genre here. Speaking of every genre, you can request whatever you want on my Linktree. I'll see you at the next album reaction, which will be Neurotech, the Decipher Volumes. I'll see you guys there. Peace!
C'est que je suis